I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Forest Park High School faculty and staff, the administrative team, the Clayton County Public Schools School Board, our superintendent, Dr. Morris J. Beasley, and as the proud principal of Forest Park High School, it is my pleasure to present to you the Forest Park High School class of 2020. Perfect vision. Congratulations, you have made it.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm Sean Gables, mom, Army veteran, journalist, anchor with CBS 46 News. And did I mention a huge Mighty Panthers fan? I wish I could high five you all in person, but who knew the impact COVID-19 would have? Who knew you'd have to mentally claw your way past some major senior moments? Senior week, Panama City Beach, the prom, graduation day. But hey, you made it. And now you're forging ahead to some of the best years of your life. Forest Park armed you with an amazing foundation, being positive, polite, punctual, productive, prepared, and professional. And I'm adding one more Panther pillar of pride, your principal, Derek Manning. Remember all of the wisdom and care he's passed along. It will help you find opportunity in any crisis. It will help you discover your own God-given talent. Your job now is to pursue it. Just remember, success has no Lone Rangers. The very person you make fun of may be the person you need to hook you up down the line. Be kind. Be rooted in your faith. I'm not going to lie to you. I believe I am where I am today because of prayer. And give back 10%, money, time, even resources. You're blessed. And the best way to reap a successful future is to plant seed into someone else's life. Reach back when you can. Pull them up. So here's my hand. Whether your next step is college, military, or striking out on your first job, I'm high-fiving you, boo. Nothing is impossible.
Hi, I'm James Brown of CBS Sports, the host of the NFL Today on CBS, the host of Inside the NFL on Showtime, and a CBS News special correspondent. And boy, did Sean Gables of CBS 46 set the stage properly for you guys. the highest graduation rate despite the pandemic shortened school year. Number 2, an academically rich class of 2020. And also maybe just pick out a couple of students that I think are wonderfully representative of all of you. Ms. Jasmine Jacobs talked about a sensational graduate, and also 2 young men who showed perseverance, determination, and resilience in Quincy Johnson and Darius Yarbrough. Congratulations to you all. Hey ladies, 6A state champions girls varsity, way to get it done. 4 things I like to pass along to you to keep in mind from a gentleman who quite frankly is an ordained minister, so let me give you my heart. Number 1, depth before height. Build a solid foundation upon which you want to go as high and as far in the game of life as you want. I think about the Washington Monument here in D.C., the tallest building around, 555 feet high. It has withstood all the rain, the storms, and the wind beating against it. A metaphor, if you will, for the game of life. And the reason that building is able to stand so tall and sturdy is because of the foundation, the rock solid foundation upon which it's built, 4 stories deep. Make that an example of your game of life, that you've got a rock solid foundation so you can grow as high as you want in the game of life. Number 2, there's no such thing as standing still in the game of life. You're either getting better or you're regressing. Think about all the people who are studying and passionately, voraciously reading about the area that they want to move into as far as their career or job is concerned. If you aren't doing it, you aren't really standing still. You're falling behind. So make certain that you study to get better each and every day. Number 3, there will be failures along the way. Every inventor has gone through a series of failures to get to the invention. But keep in mind, failure is an event. It's not a person. God did not create any junk. He's given each and every one of us gifts and talents to be successful in the game of life. And number 4, finally, follow the best leader possible. Yes, I know Panther 1 is Mr. Derek Manning, who loves you immensely and has bragged on you. But he'll also agree, the best person to follow, the best coach to receive instruction from is Jesus Christ, because he sees the end from the beginning. So who better to guide you in your life is one who sees the whole field of your life. I think about the game of football. Coaches will design plays to send into the team that's going to help them maximize against the weakness of the defense. Jesus will do the same if you will hear, listen to him, more importantly, be obedient. You will be successful. God bless each and every one of you, and I pray huge success in the game of life.
Hello and welcome, friends, family, alumni, faculty, administration, educators, and the prestigious Forest Park High School class of 2020. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jasmine, and I graduated 5th in our outstanding graduating class. To all my fellow seniors, we did it. After 13 years of stress, growth, and raw determination, we finally get to walk across the stage into the next chapter of our lives. We should not forget to thank our family who have supported us through our journey, our educators who have instilled within us the ultimate tools for success, and our friends who we often confide in on our worst and best of days. Despite everything we've been through, we're here, our battle scars concealed with false lashes and cologne. Born in the era of 9/11, we are more than accustomed to adversity. We've survived earthquakes, missile crises, senioritis, and our haters, but the war is far from over. When we anticipated our high school graduation, this definitely isn't what we had in mind. We expected to wear our custom-made outfits to prom, enjoy our senior skip day, make lasting memories during our senior week, and say proper, bittersweet goodbyes on the last day of school, just like the classes before us got to do. But that didn't happen. On March 13th, we were told that we would be taking 2 weeks off from school due to coronavirus concerns. We thought nothing of it except as a well-needed break from our teachers and schoolwork. When 2 weeks turned into 1 month, and 1 month turned into the remainder of the school year, it was at this time that we desperately wanted to wake up for school the next morning more than we ever had for our whole high school career. It's like, why did the United States have to become the epicenter of a global pandemic during what was supposed to be the highlight of our high school career? Although COVID-19 destroyed our plans and our sleep schedules, it did not destroy our spirit. Even amid social isolation, we remained connected through TikTok and FaceTime. We survived online classes, AP exams, and final exams. We're here. Whether we walked, crawled, ran, or limped across the finish line, we made it, and our accomplishments deserve recognition. When we first got to high school about 3 years ago, things were a lot different. We were screaming Hotline Bling at the top of our lungs, Beyonce had just dropped Lemonade, and we were running around the neighborhood catching Pokemon on our phones. We weren't exactly sure who we were yet or what we would experience along the way. All we knew for certain was that Mr. Manning loved us, and there was nothing we could do about it. By sophomore year, we started to get the hang of things, and by junior year, our favorite teachers had transformed into our school moms and dads. Now that we're seniors, it feels like we've seen it all, and we're ready to see something else. We're adults now. It's ironic how we just know we want to be veterinarians and doctors when we're little, but truly have no idea what we want to do when it's time to choose our path in life. Yet regardless of what we choose to do, each and every graduate here has the potential to thrive and change the world in their own walk of life. We may not remember anything about chemistry or the Pythagorean theorem. We may not remember who was dating who or who won homecoming princess in 10th grade. It was me. Regardless of what you take away from your high school experience, take something and hold on to it to fuel your passions and determination for success. Like Charles R. Swindoll once said, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it. Life is filled with obstacles and disappointment is guaranteed. Yet the strength of each and every graduate here is immeasurable, and there is nothing that we cannot overcome. We're not perfect and we won't always make the right choices, but we must acknowledge our mistakes and acknowledge the weight of our decisions. The class of 2020 is filled with so many unique innovators and professionals. We have future doctors, educators, cosmetologists, Olympians, and so many other unique individuals. I myself am a future officer in the United States Air Force, which is the reason why I'm not physically there with you all today. I am truly honored to graduate with such an amazingly resilient group of individuals, and I will always be a proud Panther. Congratulations again, Forest Park High School Class of 2020, and go Panthers!
Hello parents, teachers, and of course my fellow class of 2020 graduates. I'm sure all of us sitting here today did not expect for our graduation day to play out this way. We've all perfectly fantasized about what it will look like when we finally get to walk across the stage, not to mention the feeling of it all. Whether it physically lies in the radical numbers of our extended family in the crowd, the close friends we aspire to share our achievements with, or the many pictures and congratulations exchanged at the end of the night, this is our final farewell to Forest Park. Instead of mourning what we could have had and in turn lost, I hope all of my classmates can look back to this year as a beautiful memory that they would cherish for the rest of their lives. We can't relive these youthful days, but we can always make it into a beautiful memoir for the future. First and foremost, I would like to thank my parents and my family. My biggest supporters have always been my parents and my family. My biggest goal was to always make them proud, and my biggest achievement yet is that I finally did. It was an entire journey in itself to relocate my family and I to America, but my parents believed that it was the best they could do to let my brother and I live the American dream. Thank you for giving me a warm and loving home and never failing to remind me that I'm doing this for myself, to give myself a happy life. I grew up lovingly and have never known a day of hardship because they carried the load for me. As I grow older and move on to bigger and better things, I will always think of my family as the biggest support pillars that I see as being essential for me to succeed in life. I remember in my 10th grade literature class, we were given an assignment to write a speech on the relationship we have with people in our lives. I decided to write mine on the relationship I have with my teachers. The other day, I came across it again by chance and decided to read what I had thought about my teachers then. I laugh about it now because it was thoroughly the writing of a student who just wanted a 100 on the assignment. My relationship with my teachers has conformed through the years, and I now look at many of my past teachers as role models that helped shape me into the person I am today. Throughout my 4 years here, I remember that I often struggled when it came to understanding the concept of the class or left the most important assignments to the last minute due to procrastination. I haven't always been the best student. I probably didn't stand out either. Nevertheless, they would always give me extra time if I asked, or explain a concept to me if I stayed after class for just 5 extra minutes. I didn't realize I would become the person they've pushed all their students to be, but I want to thank them for believing in me and trust that I'll continue to give them my all for the next chapters in my life. A lot of us still recall a couple of mixed emotions of confusion and excitement the first time we opened the doors of Forest Park High School. We were all eager teenagers looking forward to see what high school has to offer and the many adventures we could embark on the way. Some of us thought about finding our lifelong group of friends, some looked forward to the academic opportunities, others found themselves becoming an athlete, and there are also people who just wanted to experience high school as it comes. However, a lot of us just wanted to find ourselves first. I was able to do a plethora of things while I was in high school. It's hard to be a teenager and find the confidence in yourself to wake up every day and give your all. To my luck, I always had a group of friends that supported me and gave me advice when things started to look grim. Although we don't talk every day, I want to thank them for becoming one of the reasons that I'm able to stand here today as your salutatorian. From the bottom of my heart, I wish that we can always remain friends through life's biggest challenges. To my classmates, the possibilities are endless. Grab and take hold of whatever comes your way and make the best out of every opportunity. As cheesy as that may sound, our lives are never guaranteed. Let's live to the fullest today and worry about what tomorrow will bring later. We've cried together when our classmates or favorite teacher passed. We cheered together when our sports teams won. We've stressed together about AP exams and tests. We've been through so much together, but most importantly, we grew together. In the future, when we all have a chance to come together once more and recount the lives each of us will lead from now on, I look forward to hearing the stories of when we were all 18. Here's to the smartest, most competitive, funniest, loving class. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you all for taking the time to come by today. My name is Cindy Nguyen, and I know our last few months together were unfortunately taken away from us by unforeseen circumstances. We missed out on a lot of senior events we were all looking forward to, and were unable to say our last goodbyes to some of our friends and teachers. Nevertheless, it is time to put an end to this chapter of our lives. Today, after 4 years of highs and lows, Forest Park High School's class of 2020 can finally graduate. I would like to take a few minutes to thank some of my favorite teachers that I've met at Forest Park High School. To Coach Wright, who was my criminal justice teacher, I was lucky enough to have him from my freshman to junior year. Honestly, he was pretty intimidating to me at first since I was a freshman, but he quickly grew on to me because I realized he is genuinely a kind and charismatic person. He's transparent and told us funny stories of his bad decisions so that we could learn from them. Coach Wright never expected us to be perfect, and he wanted us to have fun and make mistakes. However, he didn't baby us, and he still held us accountable for our actions. Ultimately, he encouraged us to be open-minded and not accept the wrongdoings of the world, but to instead stand up against them. To Miss Taylor Rogers, who was my 10th grade literature teacher. She was very strict, and honestly, I didn't like her the first month I had her, but as I got to know her, I understood why she was so seemingly mean, and gave us so much work. As a gifted kid, I was so used to everything being so easy without even trying, to the point I was used to not putting much effort into what I was doing, which made her class a challenge and a real wake-up call. I'm very close with Taylor Rogers, and I'm able to talk to her about serious topics that I often keep to myself. She helped me sort out emotions, and she taught me what it meant to be a woman in this world, and the societal pressures that come along with it. She was a reassuring presence that I could always go to when things felt overwhelming. To Mr. Coyle, who was my AP Lang teacher in my junior year, and also let me be his teacher aide this year. He is one of the few people I know that truly loves to learn, and you can tell from how he always seems to be knowledgeable about just any topic you could possibly name, while also keeping it lighthearted with a strange sense of humor. I often went to him to make plans about my future. He would always give me his honest and realistic opinions on my career and college aspirations, even if I did seem to change my mind every other day. If he didn't know much about a career field I brought up, he would always have some type of contact he could connect me with, like his sister, who told me about her experiences with studying industrial engineering at Georgia Tech, which I have now decided to pursue. He wanted what was best for me and was almost like a parental figure for me. He consistently gave me genuine encouragement for all my achievements, both big and small. Thank you, Coach Wright, Ms. Taylor Rogers, and Mr. Coyle for being such major influences in my life, who pushed me and many others to keep going in the right direction. Last but not least, I would like to thank my parents. My parents had to give up their friends and family just to come to America to provide a better life for me and my younger brother. I feel really guilty because they had to give up so much, especially my mother, who doesn't have much family here in the States. She lost so much valuable time with her siblings and parents that she may never get back. They work so hard at their tedious jobs, which have put so much strain on their bodies. They work so much and have to endure so much, but I'm not even able to have full conversations with them because of how bad my Vietnamese is. Nhưng mà tại vì có ba mẹ con và em không còn lo tôi việc đồ ăn ở nhà, tại vì có ba mẹ con được đại học tốt. Cảm ơn ba mẹ. I want to thank everyone who has been a part of my life, both good and bad. You shaped me into who I am today. And to everyone watching, I encourage you to always give gratitude to the people who have raised and supported you. Congratulations to all my fellow graduates. I am so proud of you all. It's time for us to start a new chapter in our lives. Whether you're going to work or college, I wish you all the best.
Cindy Nguyen. Lon Tai Ti Pham. Duyen No. Nan Tan Tran. Jasmine DeAndrea Jacob. Michael Nguyen. Alicia Doherty. Mai Yen Huyen Tai. Jasmine Hui Tran. Delena T. Tina Wong. Joy Nicole Reed. Heidi Itzel Terran Sanchez. Celso Alejandro Fuentes. Nicole Alyssa Thorpe. Nung Nguyen. Marisol Salvador. Cesar Giovanni Arevalo Colocho. Aria Marcel Booker. Fianfolua Otun. Janaya Niana Jones. Juan Daniel Cabrera Rosario. Maria Fernanda Torrijos Hernandez. Irvin Andres Pelcastre Ortega. Aaron R.C. Harris. Aixa Yamilet Quintero. Mai Lee. Stacy Andrea Tate. Alexis Nicole Morris. Eric Mitchell Guerrero. Alejandro Perez. Jennifer Carrillo Tapia. Marissa Vasquez. Jose Israel Acosta. Carlos Aguilar. Cynthia Alonso. Hazel Stephanie Alvarado. Daniel Amador. Jagan Kakayaran Apolinario. Ricardo Arayanes Vasquez. Tiana Jeanette Armstrong. Aldina Marie Austin, Ruben Alveldanes, William Babb, Sebastian Baca, Heriberto Lauredes Balcazar, Joshua Leroy Bangham Jr., Kiara Nisei Barge, Roxana Barrera Ramirez, Christopher Barrientos Diaz, Shemaya Ashe Baxter, Neodra Jacovia Blakely, David Aaron Blatcher, Ayanna Bradford, Isaiah Tyrell Branch Thomas, Destiny Lena Broughton, Armani Mariah Brown, Diamonds Tamia Brown, Edward Kalen Brown, Jayamanta Kwalake Elijah, Deja Butler, Darling Cardenas, Jessica Lisbeth Cardenas Flores, Jimena Cardenas Valdovinos, Jarrell Raymond Carr, Francisco Israel Carranza Escobedo, Bartolo Carrillo, Raven Carter, Brian Castro, Henry Castro Cardoza, Jafet Chaidez Areola, Darius Kijuan Champion, Catherine Chaparro, Wenceslao Chavez, Stephanie Leah Cherry, Araceli Cyprian, Michael Kobos, Camelia Coleman, Michaela Renee Cooper, Tyren James Cooper, Imani Olivia Copeland, Magali Cortez Granados, Zacoria Cruz, Brianna Alexis Cross, Ariana Cruz Hernandez, Diego J. Cruz Guzman, Detrante Kiwan Daniels, Giancarlo De Paz, Sarah Diaz, Destiny Ayana Dickerson, Stephen Deep, Gerald Renard Dixon, Jesus Durantes, Taiwan Jaquace Dudley, Kobe Tobias Dunlap, Amari Isaiah Elliott, Quentin Sanchez Elliott, Juan Carlos Excamilla Jr., Enrique Ryan Etienne, Alexis Darlene Trinisha Evans, Michael Tommy Evans, Tori Deshawn Farmer, Carlos Figueroa, Fils Rishcardi Thierry, Fils Rudolph Stefan, Mary Sophia Fincher, Layla Alicia Ford, Shakiria Desiree Forney, Eric Darrell Foster, Brennan Fox, Juan Carlos Francisco Andres, Yareli Galindo, Angel Lee Garcia, Dalia Eitzel Garcia, Estefany Nicole Garcia Gratis, Emily Esperanza Garcia Avila, Francisco Garcia Paramo, Exovia Marion Gilchrist, Deviana Glenn, Elicio Gomez, Emily Jasmine Gonzalez, Sarah Gonzalez Hernandez, Digna Estela Gonzalez Romero, Sierra Grace, Kanan Kyle Green, Donisha Lamia Green, Mikia Trinae Green, Starlin Holfan Gruyan, Helen Jeanette Guardado Rivas, Adrian Jr. Guzman, Eric Moises Guzman, Syra Guzman Randon, Tommy Kwok Ha, Kayla Ann Hardwick, Frateria Harris, Sania Aliyah Henderson, Kindale Nicole Henry, Claudia Lisbeth Hernandez Rodriguez, Daniel Isais Hernandez, Jada Renee Holloway, Tremaine Hopkins, Eduardo Giovanni Huazano Monroy, Latrell Rio Joseph Hudson, Juan Huerta, Juan Huerta Arredondo, Christian Adam Hueso Sanchez, Carlos Hughes, Zachary Hutchinson, Bin Huyn, Mai Y Huyn Tai, Alondra Ibarro Bazan, Lishana Monquila Jackson, Taylor Simone Jackson, Alexander Harrison James, Julian Harkin Pacheco, Christian Sky Jesse, Alexis Joelle Johnson, Dejae Johnson, Jarrell LaVale Johnson, Miles Raphael Johnson, Quincy Cedrico Johnson, Shania Kiara Johnson, Shakira Veronka Jones, Charles Quavion Robert Jones, Dejanay Jones, Venicia Deshay Jordan, Zariah Shanice Jordan, Kaylee Thelia Juarez, Carlos Juarez Cosper, Brandon Kambonhoing, Tykeria Ashe King, Julissa Laguna Cervantes, Luis Carlos Lara Rodriguez, Charity Imani Janae Lewis, Alondra T. Licona Soto, Sana Ashanti Long, Jorge Lopez, Roberto Giovanni Lopez, Bria Tracy Lowe, Jenny Vivian Luna, Mordelis Francisca Luna Hernandez, Kiana Latifa Machado, Francisco Benjamin Madrigal, Kimberly Myrena Perez, Jessica Maldonado Hernandez, Rudy Armando Marroquin, Trenton Uriah Martin, Carmen Irandi Martinez, Enrique Ociel Martinez, Maria Fernanda Martinez, Roberto de Jesus Martinez Varela, Jose Guadalupe Martinez Valderrama, Oluwatomisin T. Martins, Tatiana DeAndrea McAllister, Azela Arlise McDonald, Shahida Wazaro McIntosh, Mitchell Lee McLeod, Maurice Chavez Medrano, Luis Fernando Mendez, Stefan Jamal Metz, Joydan Brianna Mims, Diana Janae Mitchell, Quintavious DeConte Mitchell, Alquavius Hassan Jamon Molden, Christian Montoya, Decariel Ilkaya Moore, Justin Rashad Morris, Jaime Alejandra Munguia Flores, Sirajum Munira, Shanice Delon Newton, David Nguyen, Emmy Nyok Nguyen, Quy Trung Nguyen, Jose Israel Nieto Moreno, Tyree Michelle Nunez, Cynthia L. Olguin Lara, Usbaldo Cruz Olvera Cruz, Jada Lynn Oriana, Ernesto Otero Guzman, Marcus Owens, Denise Pacheco Moreno, John Kelvin Padilla Romero, Esther Padron Rodriguez, Bryant Palacios, Brianna Lachey Palmer, Sarah Paul, Laura Perez, Lena Jezebel Perez, Genesis Cristal Perez de Jesus, Dim Tan Pham, Shayla Fan, Darsan Polk, Jahaira Prado, Jennifer Prado, Jonas Antonio Prudente Calleja, Danelle Anthony Pugh, Manuel Oscar Quintanilla, Jorge Alexis Ramirez, Jose David Ramirez, Margarita Del Rocio Ramirez, Selena Ramirez Perez, Reynaldo Resendiz, Javion Lee Jarvis T.R. Ritchie, Astrid Carolina Rivas Gutierrez, Shania Janae Rivens, Cameron Isaiah Rivers, Olivia Trinity Blue Roberts, Demylan Maurice Roberts, Galilea Rodriguez, Judah King Rodriguez, Jennifer Rodriguez Gonzalez, Alicia Rodriguez Escandon, Brenda Marlene Rojas Perez, Simone Christina Rowland, Jose Luis Alvaro Salazar, Joanne Salcedo, Jamie Ayala Salgado, Tania Salvador, Marco Antonio Sanchez, Samuel Marcos Sanchez, Dulce Abigail Santos, Caitlin O'Neill Scott, Demisha Triansha Shakur, Mackenzie A. Scherer, Shania Raywana Simmons, Imani Benaya Slayton, Dashawn Pete Smith, Demonica Yerm Smith, Jada Smith, Kelsey Michaela Smith, Kentavious Rajai Smith, Erica Spencer, Rayshawn Stewart, Yennefer Sabina Tapia Lopez, Roshana Omiana Tappan, Demetrius Vershawn Taylor, Steve Tai Tatch, Chan Kwang Thang, Khalil Owen Thomas, Leslie Hannah Thomas, Zion Elizabeth Thomas, Malachi Daniel Thomason, Naya Thompson Varner, Autumn Ashante Tidwell, George Tidwell, Amarian Kire Shakori Todd, Andrew Aaron Torres, Christian Torres, Danny Torres, Monique Trammer, Linda Tran, Jessica Tamara Trejo Perez, Michelle Trong, Esperanza Uribe, Roberto Uribe Ochoa, Cruz Edgardo Uvalle, Eddie Valdez, Nolan Paul Valdivia Delaney, Jamie Alexis Valencia, Lázaro Jesus Valle Reynoso, Danelli Vargas, Carla Vargas Sanchez, Eric Jeremy Velez Romero, Nancy Venegas, Braxton Ty Vinson, Quavius Nayez Wade, Sherian Renice Walker, Aaron Christopher White, Kiosha Diamond White, Adonis Anthon Williams, Ghana Williams, Alexander James Wilson, Janelle Nakesa Wilson, Tiara Rashuna Wright, Lalita Chari Shayafet, Patrice Antoinette Young, Jamileth Guadalupe Zamora Duenas, Ashari Freeman, Aquania Anastia Marcelin, Alvaro Jr. Ortiz, Yisel Ortuño Soto, Christopher Parga, Robert Paul Paxton, Jacoby Ravanta Perkins, Carmesia Pitts, Yadira Jasmine Ramirez, Yeri Dariela Reyes Lopez, Zanaya Ellen LaShawn Smith, Diane Gisela Sorto Soriano, Daniel Sutherland, Karina Michelle Umana, Christopher Andrew Velasquez, Jacqueline Vera Rodriguez, Imani Nayel Wallace, Dexter Bernard Whitehead, Jackson Paul Wilcox, Tulea Anise Wyatt, Darius Demario Yarbrough.
Seniors of the class of 2020, I want you to be upset. I want you to feel like you've been slighted. But I don't want you to stop there. I want you to channel all of those emotions into some constructive decisions for your life. I want you to channel those emotions into a decision to go to college. Not just go to college, but to finish college. Whether it be a 4-year university, a junior college, a technical school, I challenge you to channel that energy into getting some type of credential that will position you and your family differently going forward. I challenge you, if you're not registered to vote, I challenge you to get registered to vote. I challenge you to don't pick one issue to vote on, but pick a litany of issues to vote on. If you vote for a party, vote because that party has several issues aligned that impact your life in a positive way. Not one issue, but several issues. I'll give you a few issues, young people, that are important as you graduate from Clayton County Public Schools. Education, the economy, employment or unemployment, criminal justice, health care. All of these are issues, and you need to vote for a party that will allow you equity of access, equity of opportunity, equity of resources, in not just one area of your life, but in all of these areas that make a difference. I challenge you to channel that energy to run for elected positions. If you don't like what you see, and if you're watching what I watch, you probably don't, I encourage you, I challenge you to run for those elected positions. Do what it takes to mobilize. Do what it takes to get yourself in one of those positions. Why? So you can make a difference for your family, for your community, for your state, and for your nation. I challenge you. Much has been taken away from you. But if you study this situation, it all goes back to a leadership or a lack of it. I challenge you. I encourage you to rise up and to be leaders. Rise up to be leaders. Be moral and just leaders. Leaders that do what's right for all people. If you lead a police department, expect every officer to do what is right by all people, to treat men and women as if they were dealing with their own sons and daughters. I challenge you, class of 2020, if you become doctors and nurses and healthcare techs and other workers in the healthcare industry, I challenge you to treat all people that walk into the hospitals, into your doctor's offices, treat them all with respect and concern, and allow the quality of healthcare services to be consistent from person to person, regardless of the color of their skin. I challenge you, young people, class of 2020, if you choose to go into education, I challenge you to be teachers who value all students, administrators who value all students, recognizing that they may have differences, but the beauty of life is the diversity of life. I challenge you, class of 2020, to make a difference in your life, the life of your family, and the life of your community, the life of your state, and the life of your nation, and of course, your world. No, I don't expect you to like the situation, and you should not. But I expect you to do something differently because of it. I expect you. This community expects you. Your family expects you to take all of this situation as it is, much of it that you had no control over, and make a difference in the areas that you do have control over. That is our hope. That is our expectation of you, the class of 2020. Members of the Clayton County Board of Education, I, Dr. Maurice J. Beasley, Superintendent of Clayton County Public Schools, do hereby certify that these members of the class of 2020 have met the requirements for graduation for the state of Georgia and Clayton County Public Schools. It is with great honor that I recognize these members of the class of 2020. The class of 2020 has the rights and privileges granted to any graduate of Clayton County Public Schools. Congratulations, graduates. You may turn your tassels from right to left. You are charged now to channel all that energy to go and make a difference for yourself, your family, your community, your state, and your nation. Go and make a difference.